So cold in here, not all the fluorescent lights will light up. Let's get the heater going. Well, the garage is heating up. Let's go see what Mr. Tomcat's doing. He's probably wanting to come inside now. You ready to come inside now, buddy? Come on, come on. I know. Garage is heated up. I got the bench somewhat cleaned off. We're not abandoning this project. We're coming back to it probably later on today, tomorrow. But in the last video, I'm going to be proactive and change the battery in my truck. So it's minus 20 outside. Let's hook up this tester, see what it's gonna say. .89 volts. That's low. So in the winter time, it says good recharge. Volts is 11.89. Rated for 850 cold cranking amps. Measured 421. State of health is 42%. We're gonna change this bad boy out. The old Jeep is pretty darn cold, minus 20, still fired up. She's getting a new battery next week, probably an AGM. God damn, it's cold out. L batteries in the Jeep. Let's go get a new one while it's still early morning and hopefully before all the retards get out on the road. Roads aren't looking too bad. They're pretty icy. But that's to be expected with the first snowfall of the year. Oh yeah, look at this. Some dumb cunt spun out, probably with summer fucking tires. Let's get the show on the road. I got all day to sit. Yeah. Car's fucko. Probably got summer tires on. That was frickin' painful. 25 minutes just to get a battery because they have one person working at the parts department. New battery's installed. We're gonna fire it up, let it charge for a few minutes, and then we're gonna put the battery tester on her and see what it says. Minus 20, cold start. Yeah, the battery gauge is just above the middle, so we're charging right now. I should have actually put the cables on it to see what kind of amps it was pulling. I'll let that idle for a few minutes and we'll test her again. So now we're sitting at 12.88 volts, which is good. Battery test, in vehicle, regular. Cold cranking amps, 750. So it says it's rated for 750 cold cranking amps, measured at 916 cold cranking amps. State of health is 100%. That's very good to know because I've always been curious to know how it would react to a brand new battery, but of course it says state of health is 100%. So I know the accuracy is somewhat there. Okay, one more quick project. This is called the Auto Fireman. I don't know if you guys have seen this before. It's like an automatic fire extinguisher that you install in your vehicle. I'm going to put it in my Jeep. The installation and all that will be on my other channel when I talk about it. Really trying to figure out where to install it. The poison louver hood is aluminum, so most ideal spots wasn't sticking there, but there's enough flat spots in there that I can get it to go. Covering engine manifold, the alternator, running the thermal cable down, up. Should be the high fire areas for sure. This old girl's been using a lot of oil this past while. Remove the cap. It's pretty dry, so I'm gonna stick the old snap-on borescope down there, see what I can see. Can't really see jack shit besides part of the camshaft phaser. I was doing some googling and reading on the forums. Whoops, I just spilled half it on the damn ground. And a lot of people complain about this engine using a lot of oil, like a quart every 3,000 kilometers, which seems really high to me. 6 years ago when I first got this truck, I'd probably use a liter of oil every 10,000 kilometers. But this year it's been really bad, so I think in like 10,000 kilometers I'll probably use like 4 or 5 liters of oil, roughly. I'm just gonna drive this truck, hopefully get another year out of it, and then drive it off a cliff or something, set it on fire. Well, I was just testing some battery jump starters. None of them seem to really impress me. Those will be on my other channel, of course. Let's clean all this crap up and get some real work done. Now that everything's cleaned up, it is time to start removing all the old bearings and getting ready to stick the new ones in. There we go. She's just gonna push right through and drop out the bottom. Oh yeah, thought you couldn't feel a little bit of resistance, but it's just gonna drop right out. I honestly haven't pulled this kit out since I did the differential in my Jeep, and I was looking at, you know, I got pretty savage on some of it way back in the day. Took quite a bit of a beating. Still working though. Alrighty, so I just removed this, and of course you guys know how we're going to replace the axles because of the dirt and everything that builds up behind. There seems to be a pretty good groove there, and I don't know if that groove is supposed to be in there, if that was worn there over time. I need to pull that seal out anyways, but I'm definitely not going to replace this part here. Oh shit. Sometimes you gotta watch with presses because you'll start building up pressure, and that's when things like to explode, especially since I'm just sitting on those little edges. Oh, my light just went out. Let's just drop this out, and it'll fall on the ground behind me or underneath me. Oh yeah, she'll come. She'll come. Well, that was a cliffhanger. Luckily we got that out without any worries. One less hurdle to go, and that's to split this bad boy right there. Having a look at the seal and bearing kit I got from All Balls Racing. All the bearings look to be pretty much the same, except this is the factory OEM, which sits in there, and it has your shield on there. It would help prevent getting a lot of dirt and stuff inside, where the one to replace it is open. That may cause some issues down the road. I'm not too worried about it because once this implodes again, that's it, we're done with it. As far as I know, as far as I've been told, I got a 2007 Arctic Cat 650H1. Obviously you guys heard me talk about it, did videos on it in the past, and from what I've been told is that all the parts are usable on all the way up to the newer ones until this body style changed out. So like the A-arm, shocks, drive shafts, everything like that, except for the engine, of course, because this one's carbureted, and of course the newer models are obviously fuel injected. But that being said, I think it's motherfucking beer time. I think today needs an IPA. We got some undercover hop here, Parallel 49. All right, motherfucking beer time. So right now, I'm going to talk about some things that get underneath my skin. And you guys are going to see this video around Christmas time. Right now, it's beginning of November. And since I'm going to talk in metric, my American viewers might have a hard time understanding. Anyways, right now, the price of oil is about $59 a barrel. And the price of gas is $1.27 per liter. It's gone up 27 cents per liter in the past few days. There's no excuse for it. There's no reason for it. There's no shortage of oil. Oil is at an all-time low. And we're still getting boned in the ass by oil companies gouging us at the pumps. Let's turn back the clock a few years when oil first hit $100 a barrel. When it hit $100 a barrel, the price of gas went up to $1 a liter. And on the media, it's saying the oil companies say this reflects the price of the barrel of oil. So when gas went up, I remember gas went up like $150 a barrel. We were paying like $1.50 a liter at the pumps. So using that logic from the oil companies, theoretically then, at $59 a barrel, we should be paying 59 cents a liter at the pumps. I don't know about you, but I'm getting sick and tired of getting fucked in the ass by companies that gouge you because you got nowhere else to go. Shit like that just really burns me. Anyways, I'm gonna get going. In the next video, hopefully we're gonna get into ripping off that one bearing. I'm saving that till tomorrow because we were on a roll and that bearing splitter I got, I'm not sure if it's gonna work on that pinion. So we're gonna find out. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later.